Hello, friends. It is Saturday, and therefore, time for your Saturday Psychic Sampler, where we do specific questions. You can ask anything you want, and I will do my very best to give you a good answer. As we start, I want to say a huge thank you to Mixuir, Michelle in Canada, for the very generous super chat. I am aware I have a long question, and I'm looking forward to it. And to Claire C., thank you for being, and Mixuir, thank you for being a member as well. Claire C., thank you for being a member for more than 3 years, and thank you for the super chat. The Frothy Frozen Beverage Fund, I'm grateful for the time and care you give. Thank you, thank you. I'm grateful to you, as I'm grateful to all the members, all the moderators, and everyone helping out with super chats and super stickers. I really appreciate you. Over on Insta, Jojo G, I see you. We're doing specific questions today. Let me know what question you have. I am streaming on YouTube, multi-streaming on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch. So wherever you are, get your question in, and let's go on over to CardCam, where you can see I am working with Ciro Marchetti's Gilded Tarot. This was his first deck. Oh, Evie, thanks for the follow. I appreciate this. This was his first deck, and I think it is still his most popular, although any tarot expert would say it's not his best. It's not his best. But we love it so much that sort of makes it his best in a way. Hey, the solid box. Good to see you. I am well. Chidi says tech is working today. Knock on every single piece of wood you have. So far, so good. All right, here we go. Starting with Trey Cameron. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. We appreciate you. Okay, here's the question. Which path would be more successful and make me happier in the long run? WB or ST? All right, let's take a look and see what we see. WB or ST? These are only two choices, Trey. Like, this is it, right? These are the only two choices. I'm going with ST, but I want to vote for a third option. Just saying. Just saying. ST is where I'm going, though. Hey, RSDSS over on Twitch. Good to see you. Okay. And I'm going to do the solid box on YouTube. Then I'm going to go over to YouTube Vertical, and there's a couple questions there. Then I'm going over to Instagram. So that's the order I'm going to try. Oh, and then over to Facebook. So that's the order I'm going to try to keep. Let's see how we do, starting with the solid box. Any advice from my maternal grandmother? All right. Yeah, don't be afraid to speak your mind, and don't be afraid to see yourself in a really solid situation in your life. See the potential and see what can possibly be for you. There is some concern that you are limiting yourself, limiting your possibilities, limiting your belief in terms of what is possible. She doesn't want you to do that. All right. Over to YouTube Vertical. Nikita Gupta, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Will I successfully get hired by SE for the manager position, and how will my interview go? There is no guarantee on this in either direction. The interview itself, I think there's going to be some problems there. Like right away, you may see that there are problems there. So I would say that the thing you want to focus on here is your job search broadly. You don't want to end up in not a great job. And yeah, I feel like there may be some problems with this, so go into it with an open mind. Go into it with an open mind. Trey, I see your qualifying question there. I will get to it. It's a great one. It's a great one. Okay, and Allie Mammon, can we see this as a video after you finish the live? Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Karina Morrison, thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. What does Spirit want me to know? As you were growing up, you were given limited choices. As you were growing up, you were given limited choices. And now it feels like you almost have a habit of limiting your choices. Be open in thinking about your possibilities. And Jarella wants to know, is my son happy on vacation? And the answer is happy on vacation, yes, but still having a lot of questions about kind of what happens after that and what happens next. Over on Instagram, we have Jojo G. Good to see you. Will we work through this? The opportunity is there if the communication is there. If both of you, I'm assuming this is a two-person thing, but maybe it's more. If people are willing to communicate, yes. If not every person is willing to communicate, then no. It's all about the communication and willingness to do so. Gypsy Grounded in Reality. That's Adrija. Good to see you. My cousin is visiting me from Boston. From here, he will going to Niagara. We will be going to Niagara. I've been there to Niagara multiple times. How will this go, visiting Niagara with my cousin? Well, you pretty much know what to expect as far as the actual place. I think it will mostly be good, but there may be some family things that you will be discussing that may be difficult. Jojo, yes, it is two people. Yeah, I feel like it depends on everyone's willingness to communicate. If people are not willing to communicate honestly, it's not going to work. All right. Back over on Facebook, we see Joanne. Can I get a message? All right. Joanne, the message is, don't forget that you're in charge of your life. Like, it feels like you're doing a lot in a lot of areas of your life to try to make sure that other people are around you are okay. But in doing that, it seems to take away from your own okayness. So the message seems to be about recognizing that everything depends on you being okay. And good to see you. Will we send you to see you tomorrow? If you happen to be local to Palm City, Florida, tomorrow we are doing our Cards and Conversation Tarot meetup, Panera Bread, 4 p.m. Please join us. All right. Melissa Grosso, so good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Great to see you. I did a breathwork session with Mercedes. I love Mercedes. In conjunction with the full moon this past Thursday. The journal prompt was, what needs to be released that is no longer serving you? I pulled a few cards after the breathwork. 8 of Wands reversed, Queen of Cups, 8 of Cups reversed. I thought this was interesting to get 2 8s both reversed. What is your read of that? The breath work was super intense, and I felt a huge release in my throat chakra. And, thanks for using members only emojis. So I do have a take on that, and I will pull some cards, but I'm going to tell you my take. Okay, first of all, my Scorpio sister, natively the Queen of Cups is you, first of all. Then you've got these 2 reversed 8s. And for me, 8 is very much about motion. So 8 of Wands, swift motion, reversed. How much are we moving? We're not. 8 of Cups is about moving forward, leaving something behind and moving forward. Again, reversed. How much are we moving forward? We're not. The work you're doing is around being able to move on to your next things in life. What needs to be released that is no longer serving you is the idea that whatever comes next is scary, is the idea that whatever comes next will not be as good as what you've been doing. Not so much in your experience of it, but in terms of its success. And so this is about your relationship with your next step. And I would advise, and this is the question. This is the question. I would advise doing a reading on like, why is that next step so difficult? And that's the reading I'm going to do for you right here. And RSDSS is commenting on how the number 8 is, how it looks so fluid. So let's do that reading. Let's do that reading. Melissa, why? Why is it so hard to envision this next thing? And there's that Queen of Cups reversed, and there's the 8 of Cups upright. Same cards in different configuration, a different presentation. And Jeannie calls it fear of the unknown very specifically, and that makes sense. But this also speaks to me to significant emotional abandonment of the past. I'm going to say, Melissa, right? Melissa's like, wow, wow, wow. Oh my gosh. Because you have experienced significant emotional abandonment, it is hard for you to feel comfortable showing up for yourself as you make your next step. So I would then say, next question, what do you do to heal from that emotional abandonment? You see where we're going here, and that's the work you need to do, and that's the journey. And it is all about trusting yourself. And you've been taught not to trust yourself. So there we go. All right. Caroline McLaughlin, so good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. Thanks for using members only emojis. May I ask what I should put focus on to help me move through my frustration? I wish I could say just put focus on the things that give you peace, but I don't think that's what it's going to be. I think you have to look for solutions. I don't think you can distract yourself. I think you have to figure out what the issues actually are, what the solutions are, and how can they be implemented. And if they cannot be implemented by you, how can you remove your energy from that so you don't have to worry anymore? Like, I don't think this is one you can just compartmentalize. I think it's one you have to work through because your frustrations are about something real. All right. Over on Instagram, beautiful Gemini, hope you're doing great. Some announcements were made at work that have me feeling a bit nervous. So isn't it true, beautiful Gemini, like you're a member over on YouTube, and didn't you just move literally across the country for a job? Oh my gosh. And now we're nervous. That is concerning. Let's take a look and see what we see here. Okay. What should I do with that? Oh, good. Okay. All right. So is there reason for you to be concerned? I mean, yeah, there is. Do I think your job is stable and secure? More than some other people's. Like, I am not really thinking you're going to get laid off or anything like that, you personally, but I think other people will. Not all other people, but some other people. What do you need to know here? I mean, I think we need to know that no job is fully secure, and you just have to go with the process. Like, you moved there, but you moved there for reasons above and beyond. So I think just go with it. It's okay, but I don't think you're going to be getting laid off. All right. Yeah, I sure did. Hence my nervousness about these announcements. I get it. Yes, 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 yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. And also on Instagram from Little Miss Balpagar. I'm having issues with a fellow manager at work, and we're both up for managing the second store. Will I get to manage the second store too? And is it better to stick to the one store? I do think you have an opportunity at the second store. And I think it's fine to be with more than one store. And the person you're having issues with, I think after some of these changes, it's going to be better. And while I'm over there on Insta, Robin Renee, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Dr. Aled, the job process is going extremely slow as you predicted. I still want it. Will I get it? And will it pay well? No guarantees of either thing, my friend. I'm sorry. Keep doing what you're doing, but there are just no guarantees here. Okay. Nalini Kalu. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Okay. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years, Nalini, and thanks for using members-only emojis. My question is, will my ankle heal with this 4th round of antibiotics? My goodness, this has been crazy for you. And the answer is yes, I believe it will. And look, it is the 4 of Wands. I think 4th round will do the trick. Good luck, and we are all sending you a lot of healing energy. Okay, 64, Amy Penn, good to see you. Thanks for being here. What does the universe say about my 91-year-old mother? Does she have long to live? Same cards, but different meaning, right? I shuffle too. I'm going to say we don't know if we're counting this in years or months. 6 months? 6 years? 5 years? I don't think she's going to see 100. I think when we look at her quality of life, I think it depends on the day. I think there are certainly times when she is feeling quality of life and other times she's not. But yeah, I don't think that we have much more time. So if there's anything you feel like you need to do or say, the time is here. All right. Jeannie Mnuchin, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. I pulled cards for this, but wanted to confirm them. B, who I worked with unsuccessfully before, connected for a project with an organization I like in Holyoke. I want to be connected to. I suggested doing something together, and she said, okay. But when I asked the cards, I got the King of Cups reversed and the 5 of Wands. When I asked if I should approach Homework House on my own, I got the 6 of Wands. That was a clear reading to wait and approach them later and not work with B. But can you please confirm this, because I don't trust my tarot skills? I can see where you got that from that. Like, I don't question your interpretation, but let's just see what the cards say for you today about this. Working with B. Like, I do think that B has knowledge and knows people. Like, there's a reason you want to work with B, but B is really hard to work with. And so, yeah, I confirm what you confirm, which history confirms. So there it is. Joanne Ellis, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Here, we're just looking for a general can do. Hey, Mixuir, I thanked you, but I have not done your reading yet. Good to see you. But you're coming up. Joanne Ellis, here we go. You're looking for a general? I'm shuffling and the same cards are coming up. We've seen these cards before. Joanne, for you, it is super important right now for you to figure out what is spiritually true and what is not spiritually true for you. Recognizing that that can change. Our spiritual beliefs can change. Our spiritual understanding can change. But right now, you need to do an internal inventory and figure out what you really believe and stand with that and let that support you. All right. I am just going to go back real quick before I do Barbie Bird. I'm going to go back to Trey for a minute because Trey had asked an interesting question, which was like, I was like, well, you know, do we do the first thing? Do we do the second thing? I'm like, is there a third thing? And Trey wants to know, well, could we do both of them at the same time, both A and B or 1 and 2 at the same time? And I'm like, no, I think there's a whole other option here. I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it's perfect, Trey. So I feel like we're still looking for the right option, in my opinion. All right. Barbie Bird, here we go. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. We appreciate you. I'd love a message from my pop on the other side. What message does he have for me and my mom? It's her dad. Hi, Barbie, you're here and your mom's still with you? I saw your comment offline, but I didn't get a chance to respond to it, that you've had a good time with your mom, which is fabulous. So a message for you and your mom from Pop, which is your mom's dad. It's really important to him that it is understood that your mom understands that he did the best he knew how to do. And it's important to him that you both understand that mom has done the best she knows how to do. And that you do the best you know how to do. Like, that's his whole message, is we're all doing the best we know how to do, and we're all hard on ourselves regardless. Oh, Barbie, we had this chat this weekend too. Yeah, so he's just confirming that. So there it is. There it is. Okay. Over on YouTube Vertical, I'm just going to do a couple before I get to you, Mixuir. You're next on OG YouTube. Joanne Butler, good to see you. Can I have a reading, please? Just want to know what Spirit has for me. Joanne, there's been some loss, there's been some disappointment, there's been some things not going the way you want, and that's hard. But there is also opportunity for something new, to start something new, to try something new. Do not let disappointment keep you from being enthusiastic about a new possibility. Okay. Pierre, thank you for your energy and guides. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. Mixuir, here we go. Right, I was wondering about that. You changed your mind about what to ask. And again, I want to thank you for the generous super chat. Really appreciate that. Here we go. Dad told me that my sister-in-law Michelle, that's funny, because your name is also Michelle, told him that apparently she doesn't appreciate the way that the family has treated me. I love that she sees it. And that's why she doesn't go to anything. In my view, she wasn't going to things even before all of this, but maybe it was the straw that broke the camel's back. Anyway, I've been trying to befriend her since my brother started dating her in 2007, but she never seems to want to spend time with me or be my friend, which I find extremely confusing, given that she seems to think well of me and seems to have my back with the family, even if it's just behind closed doors. What is up with Michelle? Why doesn't she want to have a relationship with me? Is it just who she is in her own trauma with her own family or something else? What do I need to know about this relationship? Particularly concerned because given everything that's happened with my cousins, after my dad and my aunt are gone, Gavin and Michelle are the only DNA family left. Got it. Okay. Hey, Vanna Not White, good to see you over on Twitch. Thanks for being here. Christine Nally, good to see you on Facebook. Go ahead and get your questions in. Hello, Jackie Masters. Good to see you. Scorpio Darkness, good to see you. Get those questions in. We are doing it. Okay, so first of all, Mixuir. In the context of this conversation, when I say Michelle, I'm meaning sister-in-law and not you. So first of all, what is it that Michelle is seeing about how the family treats you? She sees they treat you differently than others. She absolutely sees that. And she said it to your dad as a way of excusing herself from family functions. Was there any other reason to say it to Dad? Yeah, because she'd like him to do something about it. Why did Dad say something to you about it? It's his way of letting you know that there are people in the family who care about you. But then we have your lived experience, which is that when you reach out to her, she is non-responsive. When we look at her, I think it's a bandwidth issue. I think when we look at how she feels about you, Mixuir, I think, she doesn't have the bandwidth for, she doesn't have the bandwidth for social interaction or family gathering. I feel like she likes you just fine, but doesn't really want to hang out because she just doesn't have the bandwidth for it. And regarding your brother, like that's an issue too, because I feel like your brother has weirdness as well. So he is in the mix here as well, and I'm not exactly sure how, but he is part of it. I'll just say that. So I hope that makes sense. Let me know. All right. Katie Kondo, nice to see you over on Vertical. Thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. To be continued over on YouTube Vertical, what does Spirit want you to know? It is time for you to be busy building what you need to build. That's the bottom line. It is time, whether it's about going to school, whether it's about starting a business, whether it's about working at a business, one way or the other, it's time for you to be busy building what you want to build. And Scorpio Darkness, yeah, I'm doing readings for anyone today. Just get me your question. I will do as many people as I possibly can in the time that I have. And over on, Mixuir. Dad will never rock the boat, which I understand. He needs his sister when going through everything with Mom's dementia. Sure. Christine Nally, good to see you over on Facebook. I heard from my brother in a recent reading, but it was toward the end, so it was kind of bittersweet. That is, okay, I got it. Not sure if that's a question, though. Oh, here it is. I see. I'm going up. Christine Nally, any message from loved ones who had passed on? Got it. And you were saying you had also heard from your brother. So I feel like the brother has more to say. And I feel like, there's a lot of tragedy here around him, but maybe in the family as well. And what the message is, and this may be from many loved ones in spirit as well, do not feel guilty about having a good life. It's your job. If you're still here, you're here for a reason, and it's your job to have a good life. Just because there has been tragedy, do not feel guilty about your own ability to thrive. Lean into your own ability to thrive. That's the message. I hope that makes sense. And thanks so much for being here. It's good to see you. All right, Martha Vink, it's so good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. And thanks for using members-only emojis. When might we find the right home for my retirement? Honestly, I feel like I feel like it will happen. And I do think it may be a little bit sooner than you were thinking. And I think that West Haven house that came up really got you thinking. It may be sooner than you were thinking, but it doesn't have to be. I think we recognize that you are going to make compromises just because of money. But mom's well-being is what's most important right now. And doing what you need to do for mom's well-being in this moment is the right thing. I think you will find a new home. I'm going to say this fall, very likely. I think it's sooner rather than later, as I said. Oh, Christine, everything resonates. Makes sense. Got it. Okay. Allie Mammon, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. What does Spirit want me to know with regards to health, tarot skill development, and life in general? Okay, regarding health, I feel like you're on the mend. Things are getting better. Regarding your tarot skill, I feel like practice makes perfect, and you need to have more practice. You need to do a lot of practice, and you will develop the skills you want. And life in general, be at peace and take one thing at a time. Okay, I am going to head on over to Instagram and then Twitch. Nil, over on Instagram, is it time to divorce? That's my question. Obviously, don't do anything based on what I say solely. Take what I say into consideration with all the other factors, please. All right? And are you sure you want to divorce, and are you sure that's the only option? I could see it as a possibility, but I also see the possibility of working through and finding new ways to communicate. The thing is, even if you do that, some of the problems are going to remain the same. So, yeah, maybe. It's up to you, but maybe. Okay, Scorpio Darkness. Which energy is heading my way in love and romance this summer? My question, I'd come right back at you with that and say, which energy do you want? Because if you just wait for what's going to head your way, it's not going to be great. I'm going to say, think about what you want. What do you want to create in your life? And what do you need to do in a mundane sense and also in a magical sense to make that happen? There are opportunities, but I think if you just sort of wait and see what comes your way, it's not going to be good. I think if you set your intentions and work toward those opportunities, it'll be better. All right. Lisa E., good to see you. I have a first date tomorrow. Yay, you know I love that. How's it going to go? Does this man have potential? Let's take a look. How will the first date go? I would say do not go with a huge amount of anticipation. Just show up to show up, because it's always good to show up. Oh, Vanna Not White, I'll come back to you. No problem. Thank you. Lisa E., show up because it's good to show up. It may not go well. It may go well. The bottom line is, what is important here is not the specific man. What's important is that you are dating. Don't have it be just one first date. Have it be 20 first dates. Meet a lot of people. That's the advice. All right, Vanna Not White, I am going back to find your question. Thanks for letting me know. Here it is. I manifested a move 5 days ago and was wondering if I could manifest a side job that would help support me before the end of the month. Yeah, absolutely. Recognizing that you may not love the job, and recognizing that manifestation is, again, it's both magical and mundane, and you have to do both sides of it. But absolutely, yes, I think you can absolutely do that. Yes. All right, Claire C., so good to see you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. And thank you for the generous super chat. Really appreciate it. Will the letter I wrote using AI help me? Hang on a second. There it is. Oh, now I've overscrolled. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I was reading from where I shouldn't have been reading from. Okay. Will the letter I wrote using AI help me to get $2,000 more, fair price, from my insurance adjuster? Will this letter help you get more? It's not going to hurt. It might help a little. It might help a little. I don't know if it'll help you get all of that, but it might help you get more than what they were offering. All right. Hang on 1 second here. All right, Santiago, good to see you. What can I expect about love in my near future? I am single. And thank you for doing that. It drives me nuts when people ask about their love life, but don't do the courtesy of saying how it is currently, which makes it hard to make the comparison. Looking for change. Okay. What can I expect about my love life in the near future? I think you're going to start a conversation with someone. It's not going to work out great. You'll be at peace with that. Then I think you'll meet someone else. Like, I think there's going to be a whole series of meeting people, which will be great, but not having them turn into anything, which will be disappointing. But you got to keep on doing that, and eventually you're going to meet the one. You're going to meet the one who's going to be right. So, like that. Choice Ocean, you gave me a juicy question and then took it back. No, don't tell me that. No. Anna Kay, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. What does the universe want me to know in regards to my love life? The universe wants you to not entertain anyone who isn't going to treat you like you deserve to be treated. That if you're going to bring someone into your life, they have to treat you correctly. That's the bottom line. Oh, on your way to celebrate your 50th with your girlfriends. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Okay. And so, yeah, if you refuse to be treated badly, you will receive someone who will treat you better. Okay. Christine Hallowell, good to see you. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you, and thanks for using members-only emojis. I've been thinking about doing my podcast again. Any advice from Spirit? I feel like yes, but not just now. Like the time is coming and it is a good idea and it is something you want to do. And I think maybe within the next 6 months, yes, but maybe not right now this minute. Smile Soul 20, so good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Will I have a good work week, and will certain people at work leave me alone and do their job? That's asking a lot. I think you will have a good work week, but certain people are still going to be a problem, but you're still going to have a good week nonetheless. All right. Raquel, good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Oh, this is interesting. Now that my dad has passed, should I ask my mom about my biological dad? After doing Ancestry, I realized that some of my older siblings are half-siblings. Curious about my paternal side. Should you now ask? I mean, it can't hurt to ask, and if you don't ask, you're always going to wonder. But I don't know. I don't know how generous mom's going to be with information, but I think it's worth asking. I think you'll feel bad if you don't ask. All right. Joyous Ocean, I'm seeing your retracted messages. No. Okay, up next, it's Teresa. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years, and thanks for being a moderator. I'd like to ask about how I'm going to like my new job starting on the 4th. Was it a good decision, and will I be happy there? It's a great decision, and it opens you to new possibilities. It's different. It involves growth. I don't know that you're going to be super happy there, but I think it's going to be better. I think it's an improvement overall. So yeah, good enough. Good enough. Okay. I gave Joanne her message on Facebook. And so next, we've got TJ NGA. Guidance for the upcoming week. Certainly. Yeah, do not overcommit, and do not be careful about having an exaggerated sense of capacity. Do not overcommit to yourself or others. Okay. PC Bain, who is Febborn, good to see you. Which self-publishing company aligns best with my needs and goals for my book? Amazon or Barnes & Noble? Probably Barnes & Noble. Honestly. But really, you can do both. Okay. Choice Ocean, I love all of this with the journaling and the full moon. It's making me aware that I led a class and gave journaling prompts, but I didn't do the work myself. No. All right. Penny, for your thoughts. Good to see you. Thanks for being a member for more than a year. Thanks for being a moderator. I reported my car stolen today. My question is, will I be able to get a new one that's a nice, comfortable car? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you had to go through all of that. But yes, you got the Chariot. That's the best thing you could have gotten here. So yeah, we're okay. We're okay. Your car situation will be resolved promptly and efficiently. LP, what do I need to do to feel again, to cry again? There's a deeper repression there. I'm going to say you have to lean into joy and silliness. Like it's time to do some cosplay, or just do something like really, really silly. Not dangerous silly, just, silly. And that will help open you up. Lean into joy for a minute. And I'm sorry you're going through this. We are sending you lots of love. Theranaya, good to see you. Hang on one second. Let me just stay caught up here. What is my environment's energy? What is my energy? And what is my best path focused forward? Nice 3-card spread you just gave me here. Can do, can do. Okay, here we go. Theranaya, the energy of your environment is meant to be supportive. Your energy is creative and nurturing. And with that, your best path forward is to get busy and do what you want to do. That was actually a really positive reading. Veronica, good to see you. What message does Spirit have for me? It's about being at peace with yourself and not second guessing yourself so much. You are very hard on yourself and you don't trust yourself. You need to fix that. Raven Risby, good to see you. Thanks for being here. My narcissistic ex is interfering with my new life after 17 years. He still thinks I'm viable, but I'm not. Yeah, got it. Any advice to help me correctly talking to someone like this that thinks he's God? Well, the advice is don't talk to him. Like, here's the problem, and I'm going to do the cards, but I have to tell you, with people like this, any energy you give them, they take as positive. There is nothing you can say or do that they will not take as positive. So the only energy you can give them is no energy. Now, if you share kids with them, that makes it particularly difficult. But if there is, if the kids are old enough, just communicate directly with the kids. If you have to communicate with the ex about, things that you can't do anything about, then keep it only to that and nothing else. Now, let's see what the cards say. Well, yeah, exactly what I just said. Somehow there's something you're doing that's still giving him hope. The minute he is not getting any hope from you, he'll go find somebody else really quickly. So stop giving him hope. You are unwittingly breadcrumbing him because he will take anything as a breadcrumb. So you have to give him 0. All right. Jackie Masters, it is so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member for more than 3 years. Thanks for using members-only emojis. What do I need to know about next week? And specifically, is one of my work colleagues working against me? What can I do about it? And how do I stay in my power? Okay, so do you have a coworker actively and intentionally working against you? No. No, you do not. When we look at next week, there is a lot going on here, and there are definitely ways you are feeling unsupported, but there's a difference between being unsupported and being worked against. I would say be specific about what you need and document everything, but I do not think someone is actively and intentionally working against you. I don't know if that makes you feel better or worse. Let me know. I'm sorry you're going through that. Okay. Vaishali, good to see you. Can I get universal guidance for my college life and coming days? Yeah, it's all in how you look at it. It could be heaven or it could be hell, depending on your perspective of it. So try to have a more positive perspective. You'll have a more positive experience. Seriously. Okay. Joyous Ocean, here we go. Here we go. This weekend is the perfect opportunity, a personal and business retreat all in one. I was about to invite Dee over, but stopped myself. Why would I let myself get sidetracked by intimacy? I don't think that's a question, though. I think that's, is that a question? No, that's not your question. Your question is, how and why do I keep distracting myself from the success I say I want? How can I redirect my ADHD brain, especially when I know everyone and when I know better, Hey, Revival of Venus, nice to see you. Okay, so Joyous Ocean, I think the thing is, I don't think you distract yourself. I think there's so many things. You're just trying to herd all the kitties, and there's a lot of different kitties in your life right now. So I think you are S-talking yourself inappropriately. So I don't think you're inappropriately distracting yourself. I don't think that's a thing. I think you're just taking care of all the things. And I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to take care of business, personal life, and love life in the same weekend. But I also think you have this other energy that comes in. Three other messages before that to give me history. Okay. Hang on a minute. I was going to ask about my love life because that's what's circling in my head lately. As I listen to other people here, I sat with my own energy. I realized something deeper was going on. I've been letting my thoughts about my love life distract me from what really needs my attention. I disagree. Building my business, staying focused, and honoring this rare window of time I have at home with Jada. I don't know. I feel like, well, that's your story. But I feel like when we look at love life for you, it is true that you have an odd relationship with it because you grew up with difficult people, which caused you to choose relationships with a difficult person, which caused a whole ton of difficulty in your life. And that has made you sort of it's just caused weirdness about your love life in a lot of ways. And I think especially with Jada, because Jada right now has exactly the same issue that you do, because your mother and your sister are similar. And so I think this is a conversation for you and Jada. How do we allow ourselves to have healthy interest without letting an a-hole take over our lives and without letting healthy interest take over our lives? I think this is the perfect talking point for you and Jada, because I think you're managing fine. I think you just like to S-talk yourself because it's your habit. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Let me know what you think. All right. Baby Cakes, good to see you. May I have a message from my family members that passed? Do they see good job coming to me this year? How do I motivate myself to study? They feel like you will study because you're smart. They're like, well, you don't need motivation to study. You're smart. You can handle this. So they have so much faith in you. And that's the thing, Baby Cakes. They have more faith in you than you have in yourself. But that's because some of your living family members have been difficult. Right? So I feel like the message for you regarding job is, yes, there will be plenty of good opportunities for you. But the motivation is going to naturally be there because you're smart and capable. Believe in yourself as much as your ancestors do. Seriously. Revival of Venus. My manager is trying to rebrand our team and our work. She's trying to keep us all together, but merging with different backgrounds. I am looking for the rest. Oh, here we go. She shared that the VP of our delay, I think that was department, maybe, or something, I don't know, was going to present the proposal to the senior VP of all the programs. Can we expect good news? Department, that's what I thought, yeah. Revival of Venus, can we expect good news? I think yes, but I think it's going to take time. I think there will be good news, but it's going to take time. Okay, Vishnu. Okay, you're looking for a general reading, Vishnu. It's time for you to start something new. It may have to do with education. It may have to do with relationship. But one way or the other, it's time for you to bring new energy into your life. Baby cakes, they have much more faith than I do. I get it. I get it. Ms. Silver 41, it's good to see you. This year has been difficult. Mom passed in 1980, but it's like the grief is brand new again. Any insight why this is happening? Wow. Wow. Oh, Joyous Ocean, believe in yourself as much as your ancestors do. Yeah, seriously. Seriously. Miss Silver, why is this grief coming up again? I think it's coming up again now because when it first happened, you did not have the space to process it appropriately. And now you do. So go ahead and process the grief. Process it like it happened this year. And don't feel bad about it. It's okay. It's a lifetime experience. You know, we only get one mom. I'm so sorry you're going through this, but I think it is part of your general healing. I really do. All right. Who is next? Jackie, feedback. Yes, it's going to be a busy week. I feel better, but this person is too vocal. I feel I have to rise above it as I'm allowing this person to get on my nerves and bother me. This person's behavior, well, that's a whole nother world. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. And it's this person's behavior is affecting everyone in my team, and we're not happy about it. It's time to take a breath and take my focus back. So, Jackie, looking at like what will happen with this person, I feel like it's going to be resolved. You don't have to resolve it. There it is. And I'm so sorry. Oh, Trey, is the third option P or something you don't even know? That's good. Trey, is the third option P? I think it could be something you don't even know about yet. I would say still be open. Still be open. All right, my friends, it is last call for readings, y'all. We have gotten through everyone. If I've accidentally skipped you, Nil, oh yeah, Nil, I did get to your question, yeah. I have, from my perspective, yeah, Joyous Ocean, speaking to Ms. Silver, grief is not linear. There it is. Absolutely, absolutely. All right, my friends, if you happen to be local, oh, DH, I didn't even see you. Let me go back and do you, DH. I did not see your question. I am so sorry. Can you reiterate your question, please, DH? And this is absolutely last call. So anyone else, if you didn't get your reading, definitely let me know. So I just did not see you at all, DH, and I'm going back and I'm still not seeing you. So there's the question. I see it. Okay. Oh, Theranaya, I have grief over the past every time I enter a new chapter. I get it. I get it. Okay, DH, thanks for being a member for more than 2 years. What does the universe want me to know about this week, next week, and next month? And everyone else, it is last call. Hang on 1 second. Okay. DH. This week, next week, next month. This week is about healing and looking at all the possibilities and planning the future. This coming week is going to be fun and good and positive. Lean into the things and the activities and the people you love. Next month is going to be harder. So sort of prepare. Be strong and do healing work this month to prepare. To prepare for next month, which is going to require your attention a little more. Okay, we're going to try to come on tomorrow morning for the newsletter recap, so make sure you read your newsletter. I appreciate all of you. Tomorrow afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern, we have our Cards and Conversation Tarot meetup. Hope to see you there. If you happen to be local, join us at Panera Bread in Palm City. I'm available for readings. I have openings tomorrow. I have openings next week. Reach out and book your session, and I will look forward to seeing you. Oh my gosh, Joyous Ocean. Would you enjoy D as a lover? Not particularly. I think you could do better. I don't think the D is bringing the D. I think you could do better. And is it okay to allow that with boundaries if you want? Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Wait a minute. Clarification question about. I don't see it, but if the cards say it's okay, it's okay. So there you go. Oh my goodness, Amber Sailor, so good to see you. I was just getting ready to sign off, but if you happen to have a question for the cards today, I would be more than happy to answer it, my friend. Thanks for being here over on Facebook. I'm going to give it a minute. And so honestly, Joyous Ocean, I am scrolling back. So now we think inviting D over this weekend while Jade is away. I mean, yeah, if you want to. I don't know that it's going to be great, but you totally could. There's no reason not to. But I also feel like you can invite people over while Jade is there too. Right? Like, I don't think you have to hide in shame. You're a grown-ass woman. So there's that. Amber Sailor, good to see you. Let me know if you have a question. Here it is. Can you just pull a card? What is on the horizon? Figuring out new plans, figuring out some things having to do with movement, cars, vehicles, vacation, and where we're going and what we're doing generally. There's a lot of questions that need to be answered, and there's a lot of moving parts. And so I think what's ahead is figuring out what's true for all of those things and how we take care of everything the way we need to, which you're really good at doing. I'm making it sound much more complicated than it's really going to be for you, because you're good at this. All right. My friends, I appreciate you all so much. Thanks for being here. Take good care. We'll hope to see you tomorrow morning. And, oh my gosh. Oh, Amber, OMG. Yes. The Shore House, Parents' Home. Yeah. All of that, figuring all of that out is what's on the horizon for you. I know it doesn't feel like fun, but once you do it, it'll feel better. My friends, I will look forward to seeing you soon. Take really good care, and thank you so much.